Today we are going to talk about the truths that Hollywood doesn't want you to know. 10. Illegal substances would be included in the production budget. One Hollywood rumor was that Jack Nicholson was so addicted to cocaine when he shot the Stanley Kubrick's The Shining, his fix was included in the production budget. In a controversial interview with People magazine in 1980, he claimed, "Drugs ain't no big thing. I still love to get high, I'd say, about 4 days a week. I think that's about average for an American." Drugs in Hollywood are rife. When a celebrity is embroiled in a tabloid cocaine scandal, the only people who would be shocked are the public. For everyone else in Hollywood, it's not really news. One source told Fox News, "It's easy for celebrities to get hooked up with Class A drugs." He said, "All it takes is one phone call. The celebrities are rarely the designated drivers, and they like to have fun inside the clubs. So you know there's definitely some partying going on. A lot of the time, you'll see people doing it in the bathroom or celebrities even doing it out in the open. Most people in Hollywood don't find the need to be discreet about it." 9. Some celebrity relationships are just career boosters. One of the newest buzzwords to hit the scene has been showmance, where celebs hook up just to get noticed in the press and boost their own public image. In 2013, the Big Bang Theory star Kylie Cuoco began dating the fairly unknown Superman star Henry Cavill. The pair, who were represented by the same PR firm, were photographed holding hands everywhere, but nobody was buying it. At least for Cavill, he was now recognizable for the brief affair. Another example was Jennifer Aniston and Vince Vaughn's romance. They lasted all the way through the promotional tour of their 2006 movie, The Breakup. The movie premiere and the DVD released, but ended swiftly after. Katie Holmes was also rumored to have married Tom Cruise to boost her own acting profile. Then, there are the stars that become romantically linked just because they have a movie to promote, i.e. Vanessa Hudgens and Zac Efron and Robert Pattinson and Kristen Stewart. 8. Stars were often secretive about mental illness. Many Golden Age Hollywood stars suffered from mental illness but chose not to speak out about it, or their publicist would advise them against it. Over the years, this has fortunately changed, and unlike those in the past who kept their darkest days to themselves, they are now more open. Halle Berry revealed she had once contemplated suicide after she told Parade magazine, "I was sitting in my car and I knew the gas was coming when I had an image of my mother finding me. She sacrificed so much for her children, and to end my life would be an incredibly selfish thing to do." Other stars, including Drew Barrymore and Owen Wilson, had also attempted suicide. Catherine Zeta-Jones, who went public about her bipolar diagnosis in 2011, said, "There is no need to suffer silently, and there is no shame in seeking help." Sadly for stars like Marilyn Monroe and Audrey Hepburn, they were from an era where actresses had to be perfect and nothing else. Both struggled with eating disorders, and Monroe suffered from what we now know is bipolar disorder. There may have been many other Golden Age stars suffering, but they never allowed this to become public. 7. Casting calls can be dangerous for women. In 1937, 20-year-old dancer Patricia Douglas answered a casting call for MGM. She arrived and was asked to wear a skimpy cowgirl outfit, and that she would be used as female entertainment for over 300 executives and salesmen. She claimed in her lawsuit that she was sexually assaulted throughout the ordeal. However, guests at the party were paid to say Douglas was uncontrollably drunk, and the case was thrown out. Another casting call horror story came from Thandie Newton, who told CNN, "The director asked me to sit with my legs apart, and the camera was positioned where he could see up my skirt. He asked me to pull my leg over the arm of the chair, focusing his camera between my legs." The unnamed perpetrator allegedly circulated the video at parties. Gwyneth Paltrow also told Elle magazine of an incident that happened to her when she was a teenager. She recalled, "When I was just starting out, someone suggested that we finish a meeting in the bedroom. I left. I was pretty shocked. I could see how someone who didn't know better might worry. My career will be ruined if I don't give this guy a B job." 6. A-list stars also have a criminal past. With a great PR team on their side, actors can brush almost any scandal under the carpet. In some cases, they might even need to hide their criminal record, or at least stop this from leaking to the press. Nowadays, with thanks to the internet, this isn't so easy. Aged just 16 years old, actor Mark Wahlberg left one man blind after he assaulted him with a wooden stick. He was sentenced to 2 years in prison but served only 45 days. Kristen Slater also has a long criminal history. In 1989, he was arrested for drunk driving. In 1997, he assaulted his girlfriend after a session on the booze. The same year, he was arrested again after attempting to board a plane with a loaded gun, and in 2005, he was charged with third-degree assault for grabbing a woman's bum. More haunting is when actor Matthew Broderick was 25 years old. He caused a car crash in Northern Ireland while on holiday. Broderick killed the mother and daughter in the other car as his loaned BMW crossed into the wrong lane, causing a direct collision. He was charged with careless driving and fined just $175, which the victim's family called a travesty of justice. 5. Some stars have a past in adult movies. Some stars will do anything to be center stage in front of the cameras, even if that involves starring in an adult movie. Sylvester Stallone starred in Party at the Kitty for $200. He believed the movie was long forgotten, but when he became internationally famous, after starring in Rambo, the movie was re-released to cash in on his newfound fame. Cameron Diaz had previously shot a bondage movie. Marilyn Monroe did nude photo shoots when she was still known as Norma Jean. Jackie Chan starred in a 1970s adult movie, All in the Family. David Duchovny took part in softcore scenes before he hit the big time with The X-Files, and Kevin Costner also had a part in a Top Shelf special. Luckily for Barbara Streisand, the nude scenes she shot in an adult movie titled The Owl and the Pussycat didn't make the final cut and never saw the light of day. 4. Paid fixers can make scandals go away. In Hollywood, image is everything, but stars just couldn't stop themselves from running into trouble. One of the original fixers was Eddie Mannix, who served as vice president for MGM. Hollywood Golden Age actress Joan Crawford, then named Lucille Lasseur, starred in 2 highly explicit movies, Velvet Lips and The Casting Couch, but MGM executives denied these existed. Mannix spent thousands tracking down and buying every copy they could find, so the reputation of their leading lady wasn't tainted. Mannix also diffused several scandals using his own private network of crooked lawyers, cops, and journalists. It's rumored that he covered up the alleged murder of Paul Byrne, husband of the MGM star Jean Harlow, whose death was ruled a suicide in 1932. In 1935, Mannix arranged for actress Loretta Young to adopt her own baby secretly, after she became pregnant with Clark Gable's child, as the result of an affair they were having. Fixers are still very much present in Hollywood today, and they will stop at nothing to make bad news disappear. 3. Celebrities are most likely to cheat when filming. Actors spend a lot of time on set, so it's no surprise they eventually get close. After all, what do you expect to happen when you put together some of the most beautiful and charismatic people in the world? Ryan Phillip couldn't resist Abby Cornish on the set of Stop Loss, and the pair hooked up, despite the fact Philippe was married to Reese Witherspoon, who he had 2 children with. Johnny Depp hooked up with Amber Heard on the set of Rum Diaries, even though he had been in a relationship with the mother of his 2 children, Vanessa Paradis, for 17 years. Also, who could forget Kristen Stewart getting caught out by the paparazzi kissing the face off Snow White and The Huntsman director Rupert Sanders, leading to the inevitable breakup of her and Robert Pattinson. Then there is the notorious homewrecker that is Angelina Jolie. Jurassic Park actress Laura Dern was in a long-term relationship with Billy Bob Thornton until he was cast in Pushing 10 alongside Jolie. The pair got married shortly after. Dern told Talk magazine, "I left our home to work on a movie, and while I was away my boyfriend got married, and I've never heard from him again. It's like a sudden death." After divorcing Thornton, Jolie turned her attention to Mr. and Mrs. Smith co-star Brad Pitt, who was married to Jennifer Aniston. 2. Hollywood has its own mafia connections. In the 1930s, Jewish gangster Mickey Cohen was the mob king of Los Angeles, and he practically ran Hollywood. He worked closely with other high-profile mobsters, such as Benjamin Bugsy Siegel and Al Capone. Since this time, many stars in Hollywood have been allegedly connected to the mob. Debbie Reynolds has been long connected to the Chicago crime family before he became a famous crooner and sang with Lady Gaga. Musical legend Tony Bennett was closely tied to the Bonanno crime family. Liza Minnelli once dated Gianni Russo, who served as middleman for Joe Colombo Sr., a New York mafia boss and figurehead at Paramount Studios. Even the Rat Pack was famously tied to the mafia, and Frank Sinatra was on first-name terms with the Lucky Luciano family. 1. Actresses normally starve before award shows. When Jennifer Lawrence took to the red carpet for the 2013 Oscars, she told Ryan Seacrest, "I'm starving, is there food here?" Actress Naomi Watts also confirmed the fad that has been dubbed Oscarexia, as she also told Seacrest, "I'm hungry on days like today because you usually have starved yourself." The middle actress Eden Shear told the New York Times that the big craze before award shows is a treatment called slim wrapping. She explained, "A technician wraps you toes to neck to wrists in 15 to 20 tight ace bandages, which are squirted with a cloudy warm mineral solution, and then you are instructed to bounce on a trampoline for 50 minutes. The pressures of young actresses to stay slim in Hollywood can be brutal." Cher said, "It's terrifying that everyday people across America, the world, look to Hollywood to tell them what is pretty and how they should attain it. It's completely unattainable, of course, but rather than saying that, the magazines and tabloid TV shows buy in. It's an awards season staple, whatever that means, so you had better get busy doing it out in El Paso." So that's it, guys. That's all for today, and stay tuned for all the buzz in Hollywood. If you liked the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to stay updated to the latest Hollywood updates.